Good morning, everyone. My name is Elena Chance, and I am a self care mindset coach. And thank you for joining me today. I want to kind of unpack something that I posted a couple of weeks ago. I talked about there were three P's to being moving from a place of hating your job, being stuck in a career, or in a profession that you cannot stand, performing or going to each and every day, and shifting to a place of loving what you do. The three P's that I have uncovered have really been given to me by different books, psychologists, authors, counselors, coaches, pastors, as well as for my clients. I have a coaching company that I work with people in called Embracing Chances. It's in Georgia, but I also do it remotely. I have clients all over the United States that I work with that I work in shifting them from a place of feeling as if they're stuck to a place of feeling they're truly living out their destiny. So these three P's, they are applicable to shifting from a place of hating your job and moving to a place where you love what you do, but they're also applicable from moving from a place of complacency to a place of movement. So I just want you to kind of think about some of these things. I definitely welcome any feedback. Anything that you agree with, please comment below. Anything you don't agree with, feel free to comment as well. I definitely want to hear from you and get feedback and get some dialogue moving, because one of the things that I know that I have been destined to do is to be able to be present with people, be able to be a comfort to people, as well as just be able to get people to think about things in a different way. So the three P's that I have gained over the past couple of years as it relates to moving from a place of hating your job, moving to a place of being happy and feeling as if you're fulfilling your destiny is purpose, passion, and peace. So again, it's purpose, passion, and peace. So what I like to do is define each of those three words, as well as just give you some little small nuggets that I've learned about those three and see what we can do from there. So I'll be shifting. I have some notes that I'm looking at right now. So if you see my eyes looking towards the side of the screen, it's because I'm looking at my notes. So I'm not having any kind of weird facial head moments. I'm shifting and reading. So the first P is purpose. So, according to Webster's dictionary, purpose is really defined as something set up as an object or end to be attained. In other words, it's our intention. So, when you think about your own personal purpose here on this earth, a lot of times we look at things from birth to death. But I want to challenge you to kind of reverse that order and think about things from death backwards to your birth. What does that mean, looking from the end to the beginning versus the beginning to the end? The question I want to ask you is that when you leave this earth, what are the things you want to be remembered for? If you can name three things that you want to be remembered for, what are they? And that, in a sense, will guide you to what your purpose is. Think about it. A lot of times, we are working right now in careers so we can obtain things, cars, houses, status. But when you leave this earth, when you want someone to stand and talk about you, do you want them to speak on the type of car that you drove, the type of neighborhood that you lived in, the job title of your profession? Or is there something a little bit more intrinsically, the type of person that you were, how you treated people, what kind of joy you brought into people's life, what did you sow into other people's lives, what did you bring, what did you change, what did you motivate? Think about that. And when you're able to possibly come up with three things that you want to be said about you when you depart from this earth, I think you're tapping into discovering what your true purpose is. So next P is passion. So passion is defined as strong and barely controllable emotion. So passion to me is often the fuel that drives us, it provides us the energy towards our purpose. And I often tell people you can really tell what you're passionate about when you actually think about what you are jealous of other people about. For instance, when you often have a critical voice to someone, what someone is working on, or what they're speaking about, or what they're living, and that critical voice about what are they doing, you know, I could have they could have said that differently, or they could have done that differently. That is something that you need to check for yourself. That could be a source of passion for you and a clear indicator of what you could be doing to get closer to your purpose. So think about passion really is that energy. A lot of times we use our passion to criticize, critique, and to look at what other people are doing versus to actually propel us to what we should be doing. For instance, I have a dear friend of mine who's at a conference, and she was saying that she was sitting there listening to the keynote speaker, and all she could think about was like, that should be me. That should have been me. And as she was listening to that speaker, it was tapping into her passion of what she probably should be doing. That is that uncontrollable energy, that emotion that came around. And not saying that she was saying that she's a better speaker than that keynote. It just something was, or emotion was coming up in her. It's like, I see myself as standing up there delivering this. And she probably was a little distracted, about what that person was saying because that emotion was so uncontrollable. It was brewing with her that all she could think about is like, I should be up there. When is it going to be my chance to be up there? And that in itself lets us know that that is something she is passionate about. And if we was to think about, passion is truly that thing that drives our purpose. It moves us to a place that we can be in a situation where our purpose can clearly be fulfilled by pursuing our passion. And lastly, and most importantly, the last P is peace. Peace is freedom. It's freedom from disturbance, freedom from chaos, freedom from anxiety and fear. It is quiet. It is tranquility. For me, my Christian faith is where I seek peace from. However, I do know that my thoughts produce my feelings, which in turns develops my behaviors. So in order for me to check if I'm living in a place of peace, I first have to check my behaviors and then my actions. So think about it. If I am a hesitant person, if I'm regretful, or if I feel stuck or I feel paralyzed, then I don't have peace. And when I don't have peace, I have to backtrack to check the feelings that led me to hesitate and then go back to the original source of it all, which is always fueled in my thoughts. So peace is when you know that you have done what you needed to do at the best of your ability. And it's not saying that you were perfect. It's not saying that you were fantastic. It is saying that you did what you felt that you was purposed to do. And that is where peace lies and lives within us. And so in closing, I kind of want to give you this analogy that if we're thinking about, a car, purpose is the car, it's the vehicle. Passion is the fuel, it's the gas that makes the actual purpose go. And peace is the actual destination, is where we're traveling to. So if you can really think about what is your purpose, what is your passion, and what are you doing to get to your own personal peace that place freedom from disturbance, freedom from anxiety, freedom like you haven't done all that you could have done, then you can truly be well on your way to moving and shifting from a place of just concentrating on what you dislike and what you hate about your job to actually shifting that energy into moving into a place of embracing this wonderful chance of life that we've all been giving and moving to a place of purpose and passion. So thank you for joining me, and I look forward to hearing some of your feedback and comments. Thanks. Bye.